So well, participants, in today's class we are to discuss about all those steps which are to be followed at the time of formulating research hypotheses. In our earlier class we discussed in detail about the concept of hypothesis, definitions of hypothesis, and the specific importance of hypothesis in quantitative research. Friends, you know so much well that research is one of the most important parameters of higher education. With the help of the process of research, we find out various realities for the benefit of the life of students. At the same time, for finding out the solution measures of the different problems which we face in life situation, at the same time in educational environment, we are bound to depend on research. In each step of our life, research has significant place, and without research, humanity never can achieve planned progress, or humanity never can reconstruct own civilization, never can add the necessary elements with the existing parameter of civilization. Anyway, let us see how we are to formulate hypotheses and what are those steps which are to be followed at the time of formulating hypotheses. Prior to this, we must have to know that before the process of formulation of hypotheses or hypothesis, we are to shortlist the objectives of our research problem, and after shortlisting the objectives of a particular research problem, the issue of formulation of hypotheses arise. And for formulating the hypothesis, the steps basically which are to be followed are: observation is the first step. We are to see, or we are to observe the situation. Second step is the step of supposition. And this third stage, or the step which is to be followed at the time of formulation of hypothesis, is verification. So observation is the first step, supposition is the second step, and third step is the step of verification. Let us see the next. What is observation? Let us see. Because we have discussed in detail about observation, and the term is very familiar to all of us. We observe different situations before taking decision. So in the field of research also, observation has specific importance, and when we proceed to formulate hypothesis, the basic parameter or the step which is to be followed is observation. Here it has been explained as, it has already been discussed in detail about observation in our earlier discussions. Observation is the action of closely observing someone or something. In other sense, in other terms, it is the ability to notice important details of the research problem which we select for our own study. To frame hypotheses, phenomenon, situation, event, etc. are to be observed. What are to be observed? Now question may come to your mind. And to give the reply of this question, we are to say that we are to observe the studied phenomenon, the studied situation, the studied event, and all other factors which are being related with the specific research problem which we undertake for doing research. Hypotheses are framed to explain phenomena, and phenomena are observed to frame hypotheses. See the specification of the sentence. Hypotheses are framed to explain phenomena. Why hypotheses are framed? Just to explain the contents of phenomena, and phenomena are observed to frame hypotheses. Why the phenomena are to be observed? So that in proper way we can formulate the hypotheses. To think the cause-effect relationship means to know the cause-effect relationship. The provisional assumption or hypothesis, or in other words, that is hypothesis, is framed. Means we know, we assume that this will be the reply of this question. So we depend on assumption to know the cause-effect relationship. After the verification of the hypothesis, we verify the hypothesis. Logical summarization in the form of conclusion is made, and this conclusion is included in the finding part of our research. We report the research result depending on the finding of the QC, result of the verification of the formulated hypothesis. Let us see the next one. Hypothesis is generally framed to explain the facts behind a phenomenon. Why to frame hypothesis? We are to frame hypothesis just to explain the facts behind a phenomenon, which is the primary or the basic activity of any type of research once the quantitative research methodology is being followed. Observation helps to know the important aspects of a phenomenon. How observation helps? How observations help us? Observation helps to know the important aspects of a phenomenon. But for knowing the realities, every aspect of a phenomenon should thoroughly be explained, for which supposition or hypothesis is framed. Hypothesis helps to see the inner aspects of a problem and phenomenon. Means we assume the replies, we assume about the realities, and by thorough verification, or depending on thorough verification of the hypothesis, we go to the final stage of finding or reporting the realities. Let us see the next one. Verification is also another most important step, and verification, as it has already been discussed, means we have discussed about verification also in our earlier classes. Verification helps to reach the stage of conclusion, which is very much important in research, because conclusion is the finding part of our study, and in this part we report the result of our study. When such conclusion represents the facts of the phenomenon, the hypothesis is treated to be true wholly or partially. Once we find the result according to the hypothesis, it means that it is proved. And once it is proved, we accept the facts as to be real. If no similarity is found, the whole process is to be reviewed, and a new supposition or hypothesis is to be framed or formulated. Means, when according to the assumption we do not find the result, there is the need of reformulation of the hypothesis or reassumption concerning to the would-be reality or realities of the studied problem. Thus, friends, hypothesis involves the process of deduction and verification, and depending on deduction and verification, we report the result of our own study. Let us go to the next one. Hypotheses have special significance in research, friends. Research, in a sense, is a systematic process of cognition. Means we cognize the reality, and for cognition, hypothesis is very much important. Research helps to find out facts of a phenomenon or a problem. In the words of Cole expressed, Cole explained, Cole reported, and here for your better understanding, the quotation of Cole concerning to the importance of hypothesis in research has been placed. Cole explained, I quote, "The hypothesis is precisely defined as a tentative or working proposition suggested as a solution to a problem, and the theory is the final hypothesis which is defensively supported by all the evidence. The final hypothesis, which fits all the evidence, becomes the chief conclusion inferred from the study. On this way, we go to the solution part or the reporting part or the result parameter of any type of quantitative research study. Let us see the next one. Hypotheses are suggestions or scientific assumptions which contribute to a great extent to the understanding of inherent realities of an event, problem, situation, or a phenomenon. In systematic investigation, assumptions or guesses play very important roles. In the words of Kirilenko and Korsunova, means both these two experts have explained, you see, about the importance or the significance of hypotheses, and for your better understanding, for your benefit, means the explanations of Kirilenko and Korsunova have been placed here. Many scientific discoveries emerge from guesses, means from assumption, from hypotheses, means whatever we see in the stock of or in the storehouse of knowledge, means the realities. Before that, all those realities were reported depending on you say guesses or imagination or supposition or hypotheses. The hypothesis is unique in that it is of a conjectural and probable character. Like the evolution of knowledge as a whole, a hypothesis is formed in answer to man's requirements and goals. Means we assume and we, you see, prove our assumption as to be true. And once we become successful in proving the, you see, assumption in perfect way, we get the result and we, you see, go to the concluding part of any type of study, or we go to the reporting part of any type of research, you see, study. Let us go to the next one. What role do hypotheses, you see, play in cognition? This is a great question. How we cognize the universe is one of the fantastic and fascinating parameter of human psyche as well as human physiology or anatomy, friends. The universe is very much mysterious. In the universe, various phenomena, things, beings, matters, events, happenings are there, and we do not know all the realities of all the mysteries of the universe. And with the help of the process of cognition, we report the realities. And here is a question: what role do hypotheses play in cognition? Means in the process of knowing the realities of various mysteries of the universe, specific roles are being played by the hypotheses. Scientists suggest various hypotheses in order to somewhat elucidate the goals of research, to synthesize old and new knowledge by means of suggested ideas. The more closely the hypothesis is linked together with real facts which serve to corroborate it, the greater its cognitive role. A scientific hypothesis must first of all explain an entire range of the facts, the whole aggregate of the given phenomena, while not contradicting as far as possible the data established earlier. However, if such a contradiction is inevitable, the author of the hypothesis should have good reason to consider the previously established data as sufficiently authenticated. Means the process of authentication of knowledge basically depends on hypothetical studies or depends on assumptions concerning to the probable or would-be answers of various questions. And research is such a specific exercise. It is such an economic exercise. It is such a scientific process with the help of which we go to the actual result behind any type of problem. We try to report the realities of various mysteries by studying all the factors, all the specific elements which are closely being related with the specific happening or phenomena or situation or event. And that's why, depending on research, we basically report the results of or report the realities behind various problems, realities which are being linked with different phenomena of this mysterious universe. And with the help of the process of research, we add something new with the existing stock of knowledge. Sometimes we invent or discover new knowledge. Sometimes we add something new with the existing stock of knowledge, and sometimes considering the change demand of life as well as the change demand of time, we re-evaluate, reassess, study various problems so that according to the demands of change time, we can find the reality for the solution of various problems of our life, so that we can contribute much towards the uplift of the economic parameter, towards the total dimension for the uplift of our social parameter, as well as for the progress of our civilization. Let us see the next one. In the process of research, the hypotheses act as the most powerful tool that help in achieving specific form of knowledge. Hypotheses help to confirm the knowledge that is found with the help of observation. Again, observation is systematically realized in practice with the help of hypotheses. The confirmation of hypotheses leads to the level of theory, that is the concrete form of knowledge, and the confirmation of the applicability of theory in the universal arena of knowledge, that is well-established theory, gives the form of law. Means in science, basically for the first time or in the first step, we go to the theory go to the stage of theory, and thenceforth we try to establish the theory universally, and whenever we become successful in establishing the theory as to be true universally, then it becomes law in science. And everything depends, the process of theorization of knowledge and the process of finding out law for universal acceptance basically depends on research, and research depends on particularly in the field of science as well as in quantitative process or procedure. Research depends on hypotheses, and without hypotheses we never can try to establish the realities of all those problems which we undertake for research or for research study. Let us see the next one. One of the most important goals of scientific research, as mentioned earlier, that is, explanation is possible only with the help of the hypotheses. In the words of Copy and Cohen, they are of the opinion, considering the importance or significance of hypotheses in scientific research, that an explanation is a group of statements or a story from which the thing to be explained can logically be inferred, and whose acceptance removes or dismisses its problematic or puzzling character. Means here you see, what does explanation mean from the point of view of research? Copy and Cohen have given the explanation as an explanation is a group of statements or a story from which the thing to be explained can logically be inferred, and whose acceptance removes or dismisses diminishes its problematic or puzzling character. And this way we go to the reality, or we go to report the reality of, you say, of a specific phenomenon, reality of a specific problem, reality which is being linked with a specific event. Let us see the next one. Explanation of hypotheses helps the researcher to find out realities of the problem undertaken for study. With the help of a theory, you see, prediction, which is one of the important goals of scientific research, is possible. In the words of Mohana Kumar, theory refers to the meaningful relationship between facts, and without theory, science could yield no predictions. Theory remains as speculation until it is proved, and when it is proved universally, it becomes law in science. Let us go back to the next one. Once it is tested, theory becomes a fact. One has to find more relationship among the facts in a theory. It is possible only by constructing hypotheses or hypotheses. Theory guides us in our research. Every worthwhile theory, every good theory, every worthwhile theory permits the formulation of hypotheses. Without a theory, it is impossible to find any effective meaning in the research itself. So, it is the duty of every researcher in science to link the problem into the related theory and intelligently deduce a new relation from among the existing theories, so that new theory can be found out, and with the help of proving it to be universally acceptable, new laws can be reported for the benefit of human life and human society as well as human civilization as a whole. Let us see the next one. This way means in the field of research, in the process of verification and confirmation of knowledge, hypotheses have special importance. Parallel to this, to frame hypotheses, theoretical knowledge or theory has special significance. And that's why without understanding the inner meaning of any theory, no proper hypothesis or hypotheses can be formulated. Once we proceed to continue research in any scientific area or any scientific in scientific field on any scientific research topic or research problem, Hypotheses are in a sense the generalizations of knowledge which are drawn from theory. Means hypotheses are, I just am to repeat for your benefit, in a sense the generalizations of knowledge which are drawn from theory. When such generalizations in the form of hypotheses are tested and found fit for acceptance, such hypotheses become the part of theory. Thus, friends, behind theories, hypotheses remain present, and behind hypotheses, theories remain present. The ultimate, statement is to be considered very important for understanding the significance of hypotheses in scientific research as well as in other research where quantitative research methodology is being followed. Which one is? Behind theories, hypotheses remain present. Means without assumption, nothing new can be, nothing new can be reported, brought to light. For bringing to light various new ideas, facts and theories, we have to depend on the old or existing theory. And this way, behind hypotheses, theories remain present. Means hypothesis is the anatomy, in which, just like our mindset, in which the theory remain present. So friends, in scientific research, hypotheses play most significant roles, and depending on hypotheses, we go to formulate various theories as well as we go to resect the significance or importance of established theories for the benefit of our life, for the solution of various problems of which we basically encounter in our day-to-day lives. So friends, this last statement is to be repeated. Behind theories, hypotheses remain present, and behind hypotheses, theories remain present. Means hypothesis and theory or hypotheses and theories have close associationship, and without hypotheses or hypotheses, no theory can be found out, and without theory, no hypothesis or hypotheses can properly be scientifically be framed or formulated. So friends, this much for today. You are to see it so much well, particularly all those researchers who are continuing research in the field of science, as well as those who are going to solve their research problem, by following quantitative research methodology. They are to know so much well about the formulation process of hypothesis, or about the significance or the importance of hypothesis. They are to know so much well about the theory, and they are know how theory is to be, theory is to be made universally acceptable for finding out or reporting law or laws in science for the benefit of humanity as a whole, for the transformation of human life as a whole, for the uplift of human life as a whole, for the change of human civilization in totality. Thank you so much.